Hello everyone and welcome to Real Advice. And before we start, we're wishing everyone a Merry Christmas. Today we're reviewing the MMFF coming of age film Fangirl. The film stars Paulo Avelino and Charlie Dizon, and the film is directed by Antoinette Hadaune. If you're interested, the films are available globally via Upstream. Each MMFF film costs around 250 pesos or around $5. So the film Fangirl revolves around Jane, played by Charlie Dizon, who is a 16-year-old girl who is super obsessed with the actor Paulo Avelino. During one of Paulo's mall tours, Jane hitches on the back of his pickup truck expecting a short trip. Jane instead finds herself stuck and hiding for hours. Eventually, the pickup truck stops at an abandoned house somewhere in the province. Without a way back home, Jane is forced to confront Paulo Avelino head-on. Unexpectedly, the two spend the night together bonding, but the dream ends quickly as Jane realizes that her idol is far from the person she has imagined him to be from the various shows and films she has watched him before. Now, before we start with our review on Fangirl, please don't forget to hit that subscribe button. We would also appreciate it if you could give a like, share this video, or leave a comment. Fangirl brings into the forefront the dubious, fallacious, and unfair expectations people tend to have about celebrities. We're pretty sure you've heard countless times how people say out loud how actors are good people because they portray good people on screen, or vice versa. Fangirl in this context will be a shocker and a warning sign for some. The first thing that will hook you into Fangirl is going to be about its voyeuristic aspect on checking out Paulo Avelino's off-screen persona. We will have to admit we as viewers felt the same curiosity as our lead character Jane. But important to make this aspect work was Paulo Avelino, and he delivers. His portrayal was outstandingly great as he came out as authentic and tangible even in his most frightening moments. In fact, his transition from his clean looks and respectable language from his mall tour to his tattoo-riddled dad bod and foul mouth was one of our favorite things in the film. It clearly showed how makeup, clothing, acting, and training combined to help anyone transform themselves to look astonishing and even kind. But admittedly, the fictional life of Paulo Avelino had some problems as we struggled to keep up with its various twists and turns. Suddenly, we find him in an old abandoned house or having sex with someone else with little context to work with. The film eventually works out everything, but there's a sense that this fictional life was written in extreme terms to increase the shock factor finding out about it. Beyond Paulo Avelino's character, what makes the film award buzz-worthy for us was Jane. Both the portrayal of Charlie Dizon and the actual development of the character. Simply put, Jane starts off full of dreams and lives in constant fantasy, specifically meeting and even having sex with Paulo Avelino to escape her harsh reality. But she eventually learns that fantasies are just fantasies, and she must actually do something to improve her life, may it be riding at the back of Paulo Avelino's pickup truck or helping those around her. Charlie Dizon goes way beyond expectations in her performance and was able to provide a nuanced performance as an obsessed fan. Overall, Fangirl may have some chinks in its armor, but those are merely small things in the bigger context of its narrative. Our rating for Fangirl is 4.5 reels out of 5. Now, if you reach this point in our video, once again, we wish you and your family and your loved ones a Merry Christmas, and please don't forget to subscribe.